Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Susan Marra with Dr. Marra's Medical Minutes. And today we're going to talk about um, hypercoagulation, but in regards to mycotoxin illness. So, mycotoxins are the molecules that are emitted from molds when they are under threat. And in nature, they evolved as a defense mechanism um, for the molds when they are under attack by another living being. And mycotoxins are highly toxic to human beings. Highly, they cause endothelial injury. The endothelium is the inside of the vessel of a vessel wall, and by damaging the endothelium, they damage the ability of the body to move nutrients properly through the body. The vessels are the avenues by which blood and nutrients get transported all over the body. And mycotoxin illness can result in something called endotheliitis. Well, where have we seen that before? We see it in tick-borne illness, and we see it in COVID. So you begin to start to see these parallels in all these infections and the mechanisms by which they begin to erode the host. And they do so by attacking the endothelium, and they also will activate the clotting cascade, the hypercoagulation clotting cascade. Where else have we seen this? We've seen this in tick-borne illness, and we've seen it in COVID, and now we're seeing it in mycotoxins. So there's some really interesting salient features about all of these different kinds of infections. And if you think about it, it's actually super cool. Tick-borne illness is mostly bacterial, with the exception of Babesia, which is parasitic. Mycotoxin is fungal, right? So mold, fungus. And what is COVID? It's a virus. Isn't that interesting? Across all of the phyla, bacteria, mold, and virus, you see similar pathologies as a result of their invasion. That is fascinating. Now, you'd have to probably be somebody like me to think that's fascinating. You're probably like, this is a nightmare. And you're right, it is. But when we begin to make generalizations in this way about the pathophysiology of these infections, we can begin to get a handle on the root of aberrations. And when we get to the root, then we begin to get to the cause and then the solution. And so the hypercoagulability that we see with mycotoxin illness, that was actually a surprise to me. I was not aware that it was that prevalent. I was aware, but not to this extent. And I see hypercoagulability every single day in my practice, and I have it myself. And so it's a very salient theme in my life every day. And so then when you add mycotoxins on top, the puzzle begins to get much more complicated. So if you have tick-borne illness and you have mycotoxin and you've been exposed to COVID, guess what? Your blood is it's going to clot. I mean, this is how it's operating. And when you have clotting blood, you have a aberration in blood flow. And what's that mean? Then that means that the brain isn't getting enough blood. When the brain doesn't get enough blood, it gets oxygen starved. And when the brain is oxygen starved, it can't think straight. It can't do all of the cool functions that the brain does. It can't problem solve. It can't remember. It can't perceive. It can't, track things. I mean, it can't do all of these amazing things that our brains can do. So hypercoagulation is a big problem, and I'm here to tell you that it's also solvable. We use proteolytic enzymes like Baluch, natto, serrapeptase, bromelain, and also we use nutrients like CoQ10, selenium, ginkgo, and bilberry. And these things will help thin the blood as well as break up any fibrin clots that may be present, and then we can get flow restored. And when you have flow, everything's jiving, right? You need flow. You need flow in your vessels. You need flow in your life. And so, that's what we're trying to restore is flow. So I hope you found this information useful, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.